like anybody who knows me and has known me for a long period of time knows how emotional, how hot-headed, how short-tempered I have been in the past. But I don't know if it's through my engagement to my wonderful fiance, through finally getting out of that 14-year situation that I was in, just being a happier person overall. But like I found my peace, and nothing's taken my peace away from me. And there's nothing more important in this world than your peace. And you've got to look at things like everything happens for a reason. I mean, if you don't get this spot or this job or whatever, it's like, okay, it wasn't meant for me. It's not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure somebody used to tell me stuff like that, but I didn't want to listen. You know what I mean? Roosevelt. But seriously, like once you start looking at life like, okay, I got this opportunity. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, there's another one coming. Like nothing gets to me anymore. I don't get upset. We haven't had one argument. We've been together 16 months. I don't fight with people. I don't. You know, I had like I was telling you earlier, Brian, off air, all the momentum I had built up last year in the two major companies I was working at, all ended in the same year. Just both opportunities, gone. All that time, wasted. And I could have looked at that and argued and yelled and fought and screamed and why? Why? It was there for a reason. It was there for a season. And that was it. It was a life lesson, okay? And I'm going to move on to the next one. Like when I honestly say, like, I'll go to shows or I'll go be out in public wherever and people see me and they're like, man, you've never looked happier. You've never looked more positive. You've never looked like a better person. And it's because it's the truth, you know? And it's all because it's Abby. She makes me want to be a better person. So all I can say is if you don't have somebody in your life that makes you want to be a better person for yourself. Be a better person for your kids. Be a better person for your mom, your grandma, whoever it is. You never know who's watching. You never know who's looking up to you. You never know who you're inspiring, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing is just, and with the world the way it is right now, with the current political climate, I'm not getting into all that, but people are losing their minds, man. And if they would just sit back and take a breath and figure it out, the next step, you know, it's just, I used to be a person that hated life. I hated my life. I did, you know, and people thought that like, when I was on my biggest run a few years ago, when I was doing the whole unfiltered thing, everybody thought like, man, you got it all. You got it made. That was the absolute most miserable I've been in my entire life. And maybe that's why everything on the wrestling side was so good or intense. It's because I was throwing everything into it because I was trying to forget everything else. So you just have to find that balance. You've got to find that peace, whatever that is to you. And don't let nobody influence your decision, whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to get a Zen garden, if you want to take up knitting, if you want to, whatever. Because ultimately it's your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's your life to live and you only get one. And just get up with a positive attitude every day,
man. Absolutely. Bunch of gems in that thing, man. That is a final word from the one and only Sean Cruz.